Hey, what's up you guys? It's Erin here and welcome back to another monthly favorites video. This favorites video is going to be a little bit different than usual. There's going to be less favorites and it's not really going to be separated into categories quite as much. Awkward camera adjustment. I went to see Finding Dory while I was in Myrtle Beach. It was really cute and definitely a very, very good sequel to the original. If you haven't seen Finding Dory, what are you doing? Next, a YouTube series. I'm pretty sure everybody has heard of it at this point. It's Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I think they finally wrapped up the series with number 6 that came out on the 19th. June 19th is a very special day in the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared universe because it's the number that was on the calendar and the wanted posters. I thought that Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared was going to be a lot like the Llamas with Hats series, where it was just kind of like they made a couple good ones and then it just sort of went downhill. But Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, they didn't get worse. If anything, they got better. At the very end, spoilers, the 19 from like the June 19th on the calendar falls off and it goes to June 20th. So I don't know if that means something. I don't know. But I definitely recommend watching all 6 of the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scareds because they're just lovely. Heathens by 21 Pilots. I'm obsessed. I've already learned it on piano and I'm working on learning it for drums and I know all of the words and I love it a lot. The other thing is an album called Pride Jams, which is basically just an album full of songs by LGBTQ+ artists, and Tyler Oakley talks about it on his channel if you want to learn more about it. But I bought it and I've been listening to it and it's really nice. The proceeds, they go to the Trevor Project. A win-win-win situation to get the album. Enough of my favorites. I couldn't just put this video up without talking about it. The last couple of weeks have been not very great, with Christina first, and the Orlando shootings, police shootings in Dallas, and the Black Lives Matter Alton Sterling guy, or whatever his name was, I think that was it. I'm probably like the last person who should be talking about this. I'm going to anyway. Obviously, I'm white, if you didn't notice. As a white person, do not know what it feels like to be in the position that these black people are in, so my opinion kind of isn't that useful, I guess. The hashtag Black Lives Matter movement is trending on Twitter currently. A lot of white people are getting offended and they're doing, hashtag All Lives Matter. This baffles me. When people are using the hashtag Black Lives Matter, they're not saying that other people's lives, like white people's lives and, other people of color, their lives don't matter. Of course, all lives matter. Every person's life matters. Mine, yours, everybody's life matters. However, this is an analogy I've seen on the internet. If there's a neighborhood, and in this neighborhood there are obviously lots of houses, and one of them is on fire, and the fire department comes, the fire department would put out that house that's on fire. Obviously. That doesn't mean if the house next door to that house or the house across the street from that house, if that house were to catch on fire, that they wouldn't put it out. But why would you put water on a house that's not on fire? Does that make sense? If black people are getting shot, we should be worried about them because they're the house that's on fire. If something happens to somebody else, we can worry about them too, but we also have to just keep the conversation happening. We can't just direct our attention to something else. And I'm guilty of this. When something happens and then something else happens, you shift your attention to that new thing that happened and not the old thing that happened, but the old thing that happened still needs to be discussed. There's a problem in our country that is very unique to our country. We just sit around and wait for something bad to happen to start doing good, when instead that we should be doing good continuously. I think that we only start talking about guns when people get shot, and I think that we should have been talking about guns long before. I know that we can't just get rid of guns. It's different in every situation in that there are some people who might have guns and other people that might not, and what the police brutality issue is and what we should do with cops. Do we need more cops? Do we need less cops? Do we need more training for these cops? I don't know. But what I do know is that we cannot fight the violence in this world with more violence. And I hate that I can't do anything because I'm just a kid. I can't vote for a president to fix the problem. I cannot fix the problem myself. I cannot put money towards things, but there are people out there who do. I hope that at least one of you just takes this message, maybe gives it to somebody who does have money that they can put towards organizations, someone who can vote, and that is all I'm going to say about that. Last year on the 4th of July, I did make a video called like, I'm leaving the internet or something like that, I don't know, clickbait. I'm doing that again. I'm going off to summer camp for a week, so I'll be gone from today until Friday the 15th, I believe. Last year, Shane Dawson came out as bisexual while I was away, and that was the first message I got when I got back, in just all caps, Shane came out! I was like, so if anything happens, please let me know. Follow me on all of my social media to do that. The links will be in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and put a comment down below telling me what you feel about all of that stuff going on. I want to know your opinions. I want to have a real conversation. Don't just start yelling at me for something I said. Like I said, I'm really not the most educated person on this topic, so please don't yell at me if I said something wrong. I'm sorry. Subscribe and stuff, and peace out. My mind is being creative. How do you get the idea? I'm a mess.